Hello, this is Jennifer Sundstrom with Sense About Sense. I am going to do, I guess, like a reveal, um, show a couple simple designs and go into a little bit of Angelina fiber. And there's also Firestar. Um, Angelina fiber is a synthetic fiber. Some is heat bondable, some is not. That's really not what we need to worry about, but it does add a little bit of sparkle. It is not rough enough to affect the skin. If anything, I've noticed when I use it, it adds a nice exfoliation. So when you add like lemon peel to your soaps, etc., it's not as harsh as that. So this is my first time buying from Blue Barn Fiber. Um, I have gone through Moonlight and Laughter. Let me see that. My 3-year-old decided it was fun to hide my 2-inch GoPro somewhere, and it's MIA, so we're on a webcam. Um, I just gotta say, just opening this, I'm very happy with her, and I'm going to go through her more. Not only did I get it fast, but there's a difference when you deal with these little fibers. They're very fluffy and can get everywhere. That it's nice to have a Ziploc bag to close them up. They stick to tape, so this will never quite close again. From what it looks like, she actually hand blends or somehow blends her own colors of Angelina fiber, and I like that. This is called Sea Spray. Thing about Angelina fiber, it does not felt on its own, so you have to well blend it in your wool before you even attempt to needle felt it or to wet felt it in any way. You can't just lay it on top, wet felt it or needle felt it, and expect it to work the way you want. This is sea green. It's a lot darker than ooh, gold. This is holographic. Ooh, that's what I was looking for. You can't see the. Can you? Oh yeah, you can see. Look at that. Oh my god. And the cool thing when you're felting soaps in your needle felter, unlike a spinner, a little bit of this will go a long way. You literally need a pinch of it to use for anything. And so it's when you're buying this, remember when you see a half ounce, this is a half ounce. That's a lot. Look at that. That's a big bag of it. And I literally take pinches of it. Hair Stratosphere. Um, Silver holographic. Oh my god. I wish I had this for my fairy. Look at that. Look at that. Um, watermelon. It looks orange, but it's actually this how do I want to say it's more on the pink side. It looks really orange on this for some god known reason. I wish I could get the true color. Maybe I'll post it on my Facebook group. I have, if I haven't mentioned, I have a Facebook group for felted soapers. And the Facebook group is for anyone who wants to learn how to felt soaps, who felt soaps, whether it's just wet felting, needle felting. You do not have to make your own soap to be part of this group. If you felt yardleys or dove, and that's just something that you do, and you do other fiber arts, you're welcome to join. Most of us, I do believe, make our own soap, but that does not mean you can't. If you ever have any questions, I create this group to kind of unite us together and to help each other support each other and answer questions. I was completely lost when I started, and I, I've learned a lot from this group already. And so, if you ever want to join, it's um, Fiber Artist Felted Soaps. Like, oh my god, I'm drawing a blank. Um, and join, and then you can ask questions. So that's watermelon. It looks completely orange, but it's not. It's this pretty pink. And then this is actually more of a green than what you see is ocean spray. So I'm going to hit a couple different topics. Um, these are cookie cutters. I am sure, like I have seen, if you watch any YouTube tutorial, most people like to use cookie cutters to do natty. Um, um, to needlepoint their soaps. I do not like using cookie cutters. Um, the only one I've got comfortable with is a seahorse, and even then, it does like a basic design, and I still have to go up and clean it up. It uses more wool. Um, to me, it is easier to break a needle, and if you've ever broken a needle, it sucks really, 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 really bad. Um, so I'm not a big fan of them, but I know that it can be easier for some people. So I will probably try to do a simple one in this video to kind of show you how that works, and then show you how to add some detail. So here's a little base for Hello Kitty. We can go ahead and do her. So this is my seahorse using Angelina fiber, and you can kind of see that she sparkles. I get no pinks in this video. I get only orange and reds. That is such a false color. Okay. I usually, sometimes the reason why I don't always do videos is because I just randomly decide to do a soap and just go forward with it without setting up. I've never tried this butterfly. I don't think it's going to work out well. But why not? Over here is my fiber stash of littles. These are the little pockets of wool that you get on Amazon. I posted it in my Facebook group, where when you first start needle pointing and you don't have the money to buy like hundreds of colors or anything, you can get a good set, and this is a lot for just needle felting in itself. You would need maybe a couple of these for soap to wet felt it, but it's enough to needle felt. That's probably why when I dye my wool, I dye it multiple colors so that when you're wrapping it, it gives it a great effect. Or if not, you can just pull a piece off the color that you like and then needle felt with that. So when I dye my wool, I think more of needle felting than I do of spinning, which most time when you're buying stuff on Etsy, they're thinking more of spinning than fiber arts. So let's kill two birds with one stone. We'll go silver. See, just that little pinch against the blue is a lot. Now, I am partial to my hand cardiners. One day I'm going to show you why. I believe that as you get more advanced, we should all own them. I know when you buy roving online, sometimes it's really tight and you need to fluff it up and it's hard and you end up over putting too much wool on your soap. I will have to get into that one day. For right now, you can use little mini brushes. You can buy dog brushes at your local dog store and go that route. For me, it was cheaper for me to go on Etsy and buy these. I think they're like $16 than for me to buy two different brushes at my local store. And take the blanket off you. Okay, then go. Then take Josie. Yes. So with Angelina fiber, it's not gonna. I mean, it might fall on its own. I do not believe it does, and I wouldn't trust it. So what I'm doing is I'm blending the colors right now. And when I'm doing that, I'm just picking, like not going to grants like that. I'm just picking at it. So now I have this nice little sparkly blue puff. Another thing, I do use wooden handles for my felting needles. You can get these on eBay. I only use them for my 38 gauge. All my 38 gauges that I get from Living Felt do not have, it's not color coordinated. Um, I have learned by looking at the tip which one's a spiral, which one's a triangle, and which one's a star. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between a star and a triangle. But that's how I know what these are. And then these ones right here are color coordinated. So the green, the purple, and the yellow are like my toucher uppers, if that makes sense. They leave finer holes for you to touch at. One of the reasons why I don't like cookie cutters is you have to use more fiber. And when you use more fiber, that means your needle pointing more. So it takes longer. And then sometimes they have these parts that can catch onto the actual cookie cutter, and then boom, there goes your needle. You want to keep to the edge and defy it. going to get it set so you know where you're at. The only good thing about using cookie cutters is it does give you a basic outline of what you're doing. I would probably have done this butterfly more freehand, but I'm trying to show you guys another technique and what is good and bad about it. God, what is... I've almost broke my needle like 3 times right now, by the way. You can keep stabbing this down with this on, but I feel that if I got the basic outline shape, then I just take it off and put it to the side. So here's the butterfly. I don't think it's really clean enough for me to be happy, but it's a good start and a good base for me. So now here I am going to be cleaning it up. If you see me do this, it's because sometimes the soap likes to get stuck to your needle, and I just clean it off with my mat. The more fiber you also have on here, the more chances the soap will come through, and then you get to see the big holes. Janessa, I can hear you and you need to go to sleep. I'm cleaning up, I don't know if you can see it, the edges so I can get straighter lines so it looks more clean. Other thing about cookie cutters is they can move around. So I have one big wing and one little wing. So I'm going to go in and now fix that. Save this for another. So here's some scrap wools of different colors that I did on my seahorse. So I'm just going to blend them and use them to add some depth to this. So I don't know if you can see this, but using the cookie cutter doesn't always make it come out even, but it does help with a nice base. So I'm going to try to round this out a little bit, and I'm going to do that over here. And what I'm going to do is do an accent color. Then I'm also going to, this wing's pretty full and this wing isn't, and I'm going to fill that in right now. Sorry, there must be a big conversation going on Instagram right now. Jesus, hold on. Now, an easy way of doing this is grabbing your wool and just following the line that you already have underneath. Guide you where you want your wool. So now I got my bottom part. I'll probably just keep this two main colors for right now. Oh, I'm twisting it, so I'm like making yarn. So it's easier to go in a straight line. Even though it so curls up on me. So I don't always feel that using a cookie cutter saves me any time, but it might some of you. I think I might try something different. I might twist it like that. Let it naturally twist. I'm grabbing the in-between part so it adds a little texture. I guess this just turned into a video if I can extract a needle. Found it. So when you're almost done with your soap, your needle breaks in it. It's super exciting. So I found mine. Did voila, needle out. Now I wish I could have did that with my first fairy because I can't even find it and I tore through this. So well, one needle down. Now you got this. Sometimes you can add a bit more fiber and get back down in there. Close it up. And voila, your soap is safe. Now, one thing you need to know is that needles can break in multiple different ways. So you do want to make sure that you can tell if it broke at the right end and it didn't break in 3 different places, which has happened to me before. This broke at the very tip. There's no more left, so I have nothing to worry about. Um, these little thingies can cut through really well through your thick fibers. Natty, you stay out. I was given a bat to me, and they're great for a lot of different felting projects, and you can felt soaps with bats, even though I don't prefer they make them really thick. Do I have one with me? No. But what I do find is that they're really easy to I think it's drafting. Pull it out really thin, and then you twist it, and then you can make a very fine, stable. Ooh, just touch it. Very fine, stable line to needle felt in, and so I would probably get. It doesn't cost much, but I mean, like literally, this will probably last me forever. Um, a couple bats that I want to do straight lines in, and I'll show you. You can make it as thin and as thick as you want to. All I'm doing is accenting it, and making it pop. It's really short fibers, so they're not a long staple length. So it's easy to pull off. Might find it easier doing it one line. I decided I like the thicker line, so I'm just going back over. You don't have to do it twice. I just decided I like the thicker line, so I'm just going back over. Once again, curl, grab, and just tuck down. All those little fuzzies and everything you don't want moving around. Curl, grab, and tuck down. I thought I turned the sound off on my iPad. That just shows you how I'm not great with tech. It's probably why my videos are so poor, but I'm trying. So now you got a nice little body. The colors on this video is nothing like what I have. Now it's time to add the tennis. My white Skittle soap does not like to be, let's break this needle. Needle felt it too much. Once again, with the circle, you just keep going pretty much in the same spot in a small circle, and it'll just kind of shrink down on its own. Mm. Very little fibers for these little circles. there you go. There is a butterfly soap. So we went over a couple of things this video. I was hoping to do more, but some unexpected things happened. Um, what little dog combs would be good for, which I don't always use, more for blending small amounts of Angelina fiber with others. What Angelina fiber is, um, the pros and cons of cookie cutters. I personally don't like them. I might use them once or twice a year, um, just because I have them. But for the most part, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna probably repurpose most of what I already have in here. Um, Bats. I like bats. They're easier to um, twirl and get an even line and stay for you to needle fill with. So that's another thing you might want to look into. How to get a needle out of your soap. It's gonna happen to all of us, and sometimes you can't get it out, and you have to throw it away, and you have to do that, or you can keep it for yourself and hope that it doesn't get to you. But I personally just throw it away. But I was successful this one time, and everybody's not perfect, and I hope you've learned a lot from this. I plan on doing more with other details like the kitty and show you some other things, but at least I got some of that over with. So I hope you enjoyed that, and you have a great night. Thanks.